the consumption of coffee and its possible effects of staving off dementia and/or Alzheimer's disorder. Welcome. My name is Tiffany Robb, and today I will give an audio review of the following study, Gender Differences in Tea, Coffee, and Cognitive Decline in the Elderly, the Cardiovascular Health Study. The research problem. Both men and women are generally living longer around the world. With longer lives comes more age-related ailments. Something else we can count on is that as life expectancy rates increase, so will cases of Alzheimer's disease and dementia in both men and women. Physical activity, social engagement, caloric restriction, and mental exercise are four main areas researchers are turning to, hoping for solutions. At present time, we are still grasping for straws and trying to find a way to delay Alzheimer's disease and dementia, from now on known throughout this review as cognitive decline. Still, there are no known cures. But what about coffee and tea? Two of these straws that researchers are grasping onto are coffee consumption and tea consumption. At the time of this study, there had already been seven separate studies conducted on coffee and tea consumption, either together or individually. In all 7 cases, researchers were trying to find out if there was some correlation between the consumption of these two products and the slowing of cognitive decline. In the study I'm reviewing, it is mentioned that the similarities between coffee and tea simply stop at caffeine. Although tea does contain theanine, which is known as a neurostimulant, both independently and combined with caffeine, the research presented here has focused only on caffeine. What about caffeine? Caffeine has many known benefits. It is known to enhance cognitive performance, information processing speed, attention, and reaction times. The sampling methods used within this study, for it to be successful, researchers thought it best to run alongside an approximate 9-year cardiovascular study known as a CHS. All of the methodology in this study was quantitative. There were many questionnaires conducted which covered food and drink intake. Cognitive assessments were conducted with a 3MS or 100-point modified mini mental state examination, which are very common ways to measure global cognition. And laboratory testing was also done, but I could not figure out what laboratory testing they were speaking of in this study. The participants were all enrolled between the years 1989 and 1990. All were over the age of 65 years, and for a total of participants, 4,809. Something to be noted was that researchers did not include some 687 African American men and women in this study due to not having adequate information on their nutritional documentation from the start. I gotta stop this. This is not okay. Oh, fuck.